Our order intake is up 9%, revenue up 6% in difficult times, as you know. We have a net income of 2.4 billion, which is up of 11%. So we are quite happy with that quarter. And talking about the drivers, I think it's most important that we see the automation business normalizing in their development. The automation was up in the order intake by 8%, sequentially by 9%. So we see destocking happened basically in China. So we are through that, which gives us our automation business a momentum for the second half as well. So we're quite happy with a good quarter.
Is China coming back in other words, if you say that the destocking has happened and that new orders are now coming in?
Yeah, we see momentum in China. And as I said before, it's not a step function so that the market steps up quickly. It goes gradually, and we see that. So automotive is amongst the whole automotive industry. Automotive in China is really picking up momentum. Along with that, also the machine builders, machine tooling, automation requirements. So therefore, yes, we do.
If I go through your units, smart infrastructure is actually the big outperformer for the last quarter. Is that because of China, or is that of general geographic, or is the geographic mix more equal?
So we have a very, very strong electrification business. This is medium voltage and low voltage. Building is also contributing, but the real growth comes from these two units. Main driver, as you can imagine, is data centers. We saw a little bit of a weaker order intake, but revenue is really very, very strong. So data centers is really pulling a lot of electrical equipment. But beyond that, we see indeed an electrification in other areas too. So that means this is a business which is really resilient. It grows very fast. We have a strong portfolio, and we have a very strong footprint. So we have a footprint in the United States. You know, there are different standards there, but also in Europe and in China. And this gives a lot of momentum in India as well.
But despite that sort of tailwind, you just confirm your guidance. Why didn't you hike the outlook for the year?
Guess what? There are a little bit of uncertainties in the market these days. So the tariff is somehow, we have some hope that the agreement, which holds now for 90 days between the United States and China, that this comes to the agreement going forward. But you don't know. And this uncertainty with that, we keep the guidance for our businesses. And for DI, have in mind, we have Altair, which closed much, much earlier. So we have a closure of Altair already in Q2. Despite that, and this shows obviously in the numbers of DI, despite that we confirm, and we confirm it also for the group, for the Altair impact on the EPS. It's not baked in yet, but let's look forward. Our guidance stays, and we hope that we can keep this momentum for the rest of the year as well.
Let's talk a little bit about tariffs, because clearly some companies, especially in the car space, has already been hit by tariffs in the last quarter. You seem to be immune, at least for now. What's the outlook for this, and how would you be affected?
So I would not say that we are immune, but we have little impact from the tariffs on our bottom line and top line. Here comes the reason. Number one is we are a global company, and we have local for local manufacturing in almost all places. United States, China, India, all places, number one. Number two, the value which we are transporting from China to the United States is absolutely small. It's meaningless. And the inflow from Europe, we are working on to really find other ways where we can say we have, in some cases, we have low tariffs. At the same time, we have measures in place. We are working also on prices. In some cases, we are increasing prices as our competitors do. For mobility, we have that even baked into contracts. So if there's for example, if commodities go up, we can put it through to the prices. We work also, of course, on cost-saving measures. So we have all these activities in place. And the local for local value, for example, the United States, sits on a 80% level, which I would say explains why the impact so far is quite limited.